principle of, being grateful that you're able to see what you're lacking in relation to the Creator, in relation to God, in relation to your promises to yourself, um, and don't relate it to yourself, but uh, try to see and actually believe that it comes from above. It means that it's part of providence. Now we dismiss it because we think it, but actually we don't have this broken hallelujah, this broken heart that actually admits to the fact that even when it discover the want and the lacks, it attributes it to itself, to its work. I attribute it to my work, to my effort, um, to my agreement to be under, even in the environment of Torah, in an environment of study and prayer, but I do not let go of actually the control on it, the control of the process itself. So it seems that there is a discrepancy between what we say we understand and the way we feel about it. And that's a true sin. That needs to be broken. Because the law, as I started the year, everything actually that has to do with a screen, meaning with a new vessel or a possible vessel between us and um, the higher, comes from the higher, does not come from us. So you can say that the sheer will to receive comes from the Creator. The ability to shatter, or the ability actually to restrict or confine the will to receive in order to actually evacuate, create space for something else than myself, in myself. The decision to wish it is on me. The ability of a screen, meaning of a new relationship that will create a new vessel, is on the higher. And this is actually the law of Bereshit, which Rabbash is trying to actually dress within the inner processes of preparing us to say why we're actually saying our Father, our King. Why we actually can say we sinned, not in terms of, okay, it's written in a prayer book, it's written in a siddur, so I'm reading it. Okay, it's an actual state. If we don't reach the state of admitting to it, it doesn't matter what we say. Okay? It doesn't matter. Our prayer, we are trying to establish, our prayer are not prayer of truth, because they are not standing truly, they are not willing truly to stand trial. So the meaning of what it means to stand trial is actually, so Rabbash is dancing around it in this article. And therefore, he's going back into what were, in terms of it's dressing itself as a legend. Usually high things do that, because it's the best way to conceal oneself in terms of attracting the attention somewhere else. So the story is about the argument of the angels concerning the creation of Adam. So what actually it suggests in Kabbalistic terms. So first we need to define angel. In terms, apart from being a messenger, it is a messenger, it's a force or a power which carries a message of a mission. So there are four four missions or qualities which are, it is what we're learning from it, that there are four forces and missions which are at war in any human being, that actually they are looking for the purpose or the possible definition of a purpose that will settle them, and it will become a component of that constitution that is called Adam. So it will become actually a chariot. Otherwise, it's fallen and it's at war or in contradiction. So it means that something needs to sit, which is Adam, needs to sit on this chariot in order actually to be able to lead it, to drive it, if you like, with the help of the higher to its destination. So this is what is happening at this time. What it means at this time, the ability to summon those processes, those powers, is accessible now when we are at the time of Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippurim, and Sukkot, because we can sort of, it's like a tuning fork. We can tune ourselves to the frequency and to this sound. Yeah, sound is renewing creation. Okay. So as we know, it's a preparation for a scaffolding that will be destroyed, but it will leave its mark within the structure, within the new structure. But now I'm moving into something else. But this is it. This is what I mean. It means broken hallelujah. It means that what is being broken is our ability to say hallelujah. Because within Hebrew, hallelujah is actually not only the perception, but the attainment of Abba and Ima, I mean father and mother, within Atzilut. This is the territory. So only if we are managing that something will draw us up to that state, then we can see what actually needs to be broken.